Who are the Aztecs? The Aztec Empire ruled over a large amount of what is known today as Mexico. They settled there in the 13th century under the leader Montezuma, but it wasn't until the 14th century that they had a lot of power. They were also called Tenochtitlan. They got this name from their capital, Tenochtitlan. The Aztecs were known to have began as northern hunters. The Aztec used their hunting skills and resources they had to feed themselves. They hunted many things such as armadillos, turkeys, and rabbits. They did a lot of fishing and grew crops such as beans, potatoes, and tomatoes. Unfortunately, in 1521, Hernan Cortez and the Spanish ended the great civilization. The Aztec Empire. The Aztec Empire was a three-way alliance between Tenochtitlan, Texcoco, and Tlacopan. The alliance was formed as an advantage for wars such as the war against Azcapotzalco. This alliance was quickly powerful and dominant military over most of Central America.
Who was Montezuma? Moctezuma was one of the most important Aztec emperors, and his regime was from 1440 to 1469. He was known for being a great warrior and was remembered as the father of the Aztec Empire. Moctezuma II, his great-grandson, was his successor. He led the Aztecs into a battle against the Spanish and Hernan Cortez. Although Hernan Cortez did conquer the Aztecs, Moctezuma and his family were remembered as the greatest leaders of the Aztec Empire.
The Aztec religion was a complex interaction of gods, dates, directions, and colors. Most of the preoccupation in the religion had to do with fear of nature and fear of the end of the world. The Aztec religion believed that it took the gods 5 tries to create the world. Those attempts were foiled because of fighting among the gods themselves. After he was knocked from his exalted position by rivals, the first creator, Tezcatlipoca, turned into a jaguar and destroyed the world. Under similar circumstances, the world was created and then destroyed again. The gods took turns being the sun. Finally, the gods had a council and decided one of them would have to sacrifice himself to be the new sun. Nanualto, a humble god, became the sun, but he wasn't moving. The gods realized that they all must sacrifice themselves so that humans could live. In the Aztec tradition, sacrifice was a strictly ritualized process, which gave the highest possible honor to the gods and was regarded as a necessity to ensure mankind's continued prosperity.
Aztec civilizations. The capital of the Aztec Empire was Tenochtitlan, modern-day Mexico City. The Aztecs built Tenochtitlan on a raised island around Lake Texcoco. Tenochtitlan held hundreds of temples and a massive population of over 400,000 people. Later, they formed an alliance with the other two cities, Texcoco and Tlacopan. This alliance ruled over the Valley of Mexico until Hernan Cortez and the Spanish arrived in 1519.
Hernan Cortez was born in Medellin, Spain in 1485. Cortez was a Spanish conquistador who led the expedition that caused the fall of the Aztec Empire. At the age of 19, he set sail to explore the New World. He ended up at what is now Mexico. When he got there, he found local allies eager to help him topple the Aztec regime and free themselves from the burden of tribute and the necessity of feeding the Aztec appetite for sacrificial victims.
An interesting Aztec artifact is the death whistle. Death whistle sounds like something screaming or a ghost haunting you. The death whistle was used in battle. They used it before they charged, striking fear into their enemies. The scariest part about the death whistle was that it was made from the real skulls of their enemies. It was also used in Day of the Dead celebrations. Here's a video for you to see to witness this haunting sound. What's this?
What's
Aztec death whistle.
scary stuff. An interesting artifact. No. The Aztecs were very smart people and developed two calendars. One, Exufalhale, it had 365 days. It describes the days and rituals related to the season. It is related to the agricultural calendar and the solar calendar. The other calendar was Nahuatl. This calendar had 260 days. It stands for a day count in the Aztec language. This was very sacred calendar. This was very sacred count for the Aztec culture because it was a divinatory tool. It divided the days and rituals between the gods.
Here's our sources. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for
our-
watching.
Thank you.
Subscribe below.